Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful pineapple crochet bralette. So over the past years I have noticed that you guys enjoy so many of my bralettes made in this fashion, and I can share with you some of the past designs that I have approached the same exact way. And I'll be leaving all the links of these designs in the description box below. But for today, we are learning how to make the pineapple crochet bralette. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to make bra cups for yourself. And then you will also learn how to make this beautiful pineapple crochet stitch in rows. Now, after this video, I will be teaching you how to make this beautiful stitch in rounds, but this time around while making the matching bottom of this bralette. For the materials, I used Alize cotton gold. I'll be leaving all the materials that I used in the description box below so that you can try to get something very close to what I used. So I am using one ball of Alize cotton gold. It wasn't even, I didn't use the whole of it. So this is a 360 yards crochet ball, and each ball is 100 grams. So that means rest assured this top is less than 100 grams because I used approximately 3/4 of the ball for the whole project. And then I also used a 3.5mm crochet hook, a darning needle, a measuring tape, a stitch marker, and a pair of scissors. That's all for the materials, and let's jump right into the video. So the measurements that you will need are the center of your bust all the way down to the base of your bust, and then your under bust circumference. That will be all that you need for this tutorial, and then also maybe from your under bust up to where you want the top to stop. That's it. And let's get started on this beautiful top. Alright, so for the bra cup, you're going to grab your yarn and your hook, and you're going to start off with a slip knot. And you're going to make a chain of 18. So for the different sizes, just look on the screen. I'll be recommending a number of chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So I have my 18 chains, and this is for a size small. I'm going to go into the 4th chain from the hook. So counting from this one, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, I'm going to place 1 double crochet. And then double crochet in each of the next chains once until the second last chain. So I'm placing a double crochet into the second last chain, and I have only 1 chain left. Alright, so in the final chain, you're going to place a total of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, and 3 more double crochets into the same exact chain. So that will bring us to the opposite side of our bra cup, or on the opposite side of the foundation chain. You're going to go into each of the next chains with only 1 double crochet while weaving in this tail. So 1 double crochet in each of the chains on the opposite side of the foundation chain. Alright, so we've come to the end of the row, and I'm placing my last double crochet into that chain 3 because it also counts as a stitch. So this is what we have. This is row 1. This is the top of the bra cup, and this is the base of the bra cup. Row 2, you're going to start off with a chain of 2, which counts as our very first double crochet. From now on, we are going to start our row with a chain of 2, and that counts as our very first double crochet. And then you're going to go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet and double crochet into each and every stitch until you get to the chain 2 space. So 1 double crochet into each and every stitch until you place a double crochet in the stitch before the chain 2 space. Alright, so I've just placed a double crochet in the stitch before the chain 2 space, and into the chain 2 space you're going to place 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the same exact space, and then place 1 double crochet in each of the following stitches until the end of the row. So if you see your work curling, that's fine. That's the only way that we are going to get this kind of shaping for our bra cup, as you can see here. So if you see your bra cup curling, just leave it as it is. Alright, don't forget to place 1 double crochet on top of the chain 2 at the beginning of the row because it counts as a stitch. Actually, this will be a chain of 3, I guess, but don't forget to go into it because it counts as a stitch. Now we're going on to row 3. You're going to make a chain of 2, which counts as a stitch. Turn your work and then go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet and double crochet into each and every stitch until you get to the chain 2 space. So basically row 3 is going to be the same as row 2, and that's the row that you're going to keep repeating until you get the size of the bra cup that you want for yourself. You can keep putting it against yourself so that you can see if you've gotten your desired fitting for the bra cup. You're going to do as many rows as it requires for you to get your desired coverage. So this is row 3, and we are just doing the same exact process as row 2. Once you get to the chain 2 space, you will place a total of 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the same space. And then you're going to place 1 double crochet in each of the next stitches until the end of the row. Don't forget to place a double crochet on top of the chain 2 here at the end of the row because the chain 2 counts as a double crochet in this pattern. Alright, so we are coming to the end of row 3, and I'm placing a double crochet on top of the chain 2 of the previous row, just like that. So we're going to just repeat this row again and again until we have our desired coverage. I'll be mentioning the recommended number of rows depending on the different sizes. Alright, so I ended up with a total of 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this is what your cup will look like. If it looks like it's creating some room, don't try to stretch it out. Just leave it as it is, because it will create a perfect fitting eventually. So we're going to go ahead and create an edging for our bra cup. To do this, I'm going to make a chain of 2 and turn my work. And then you're going to go into the same exact stitch with a total of 2 more double crochets, 1 and 2. And then skip 2 stitches and single crochet into the next. Make a chain of 2, 2 double crochets into the same exact stitch where the chain 2 is coming from. Skip 2 stitches and single crochet into the next. Chain 2, 2 double crochets into the same stitch where the chain 2 is coming from. Skip 2 stitches and single crochet into the next. This is what the edging will look like. It's very subtle, but it creates a beautiful edging on the edges of the bra cup. So you're going to do that all the way up until you get to the chain 2 space. Alright, so when you have 2 stitches or less to the chain 2 space, you're going to just single crochet in each of the next stitches, and then into the chain 2 space you're going to place a total of 3 single crochets, and then count the number of stitches that you have on this side before the scallop. We have a total of 3 single crochets before the scallop on this side, before the 3 single crochets that we have here. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror the same exact thing, a total of 3 single crochets, and then I start creating my scallops so that you balance what you have on this side onto the opposite side. So make a chain of 2 and 2 more double crochets into the same exact stitch where the chain 2 is coming from. And then skip 2 stitches, single crochet into the next. And you're going to repeat that all the way down the second side of the bra cup. All right, so we're almost coming to the end, and I'm going to place my very last scallop, make a chain of two more double crochets into the same stitch, skip the next 2 stitches and single crochet into the last stitch. So just like that, we have created these beautiful scallops on the edge of our bra cup, and you can see the difference that it makes compared to what we had before. You can see what the edge of the original bra cup looks like and the finished one with the scalloped edge. So from here, you're going to make a chain of 1 first of all. Before we cut our yarn, we're going to clean up the edge at the bottom of our bra cup. So you're going to go into the same stitch where you placed your very last single crochet and place a single crochet, and continue to place 2 single crochets in each double crochet row all the way across. Just clean up the bottom edge by placing 2 single crochets in each double crochet row. So we are cleaning up the edge because we want to attach this bra cup onto the bottom band. Just like that. And then you're going to go into the scallop row with only 1 single crochet, chain 1, and cut your yarn, leaving behind a tail for attaching. Pull through, and this is what our first bra cup looks like. Remember, the scallop row is the one that's going to determine which side is the right side of the work. So the side where the scallops are worked, the right side of the scallops is the right side of our bra cup, as you can see here. So you're going to go ahead and repeat the same exact process so that you have 2 identical bra cups. Alright guys, these are our 2 identical bra cups. As you can see, the bottom of the bra cups has been cleaned up with a single crochet row, and this is what the bra cups look like up close. They have this scalloped edge, and now we're going to go onto the bottom band. We're going to create a bottom band where these bra cups are supposed to sit. So we're going to take this away for some time, and we first create the bottom band and then we shall reintroduce them to attach them. Alright, so for the bottom band, we're going to make a chain that can wrap around your underbust when stretched. So you're going to start off with a slip knot, and you're going to make that chain that can wrap around your underbust when stretched. For me, I'm going to start off with a chain of 96. This chain should be a multiple of 8 plus 11 chains. So I will do a total of 96, which is my multiple of 8, and that multiple should actually be an even number. So an even multiple of 8 plus 11 chains. So for me, I'll do a total of 96 plus 11 chains. So let me do my 96 chains and I'll meet you back before I do the extra 11 chains. Alright guys, now for my starting chain, I started with a chain of 96, and now I'm going to make an extra of 11 chains. So make sure you have an even multiple of 8. For example, 96 divided by 8 is 12, and that number is an even number. And then we're going to make our extra 11 chains. So when you get your even multiple of 8, you're going to make 11 more chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Now you're going to go into the 7th chain from the hook. So you're going to count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And into that 7th chain, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's a double crochet in the US terms. You're going to go into the same exact chain with another double crochet. And then from here, you're going to make a chain of 1 and place 2 more double crochets into the same exact chain. 1 and 2. So that counts as a shell. For this pattern, a shell is 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 more double crochets. Now you're going to make a chain of 5, and then you're going to skip over a total of 7 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into the 8th you're going to place 1 double crochet, chain 5, and 1 more double crochet into the same exact chain. So for this pattern, a V-stitch is 1 double crochet, chain 5, and 1 more double crochet. So this is what you'll have. You're going to make a chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 7 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into the 8th you're going to place a shell. So that is 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 more double crochets. So that's a shell into this chain. And then you're going to make a chain of 5, skip over 7 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into the 8th you're going to place a V-stitch. And for a V-stitch, as I had mentioned earlier on, you're going to place 1 double crochet, chain 5, and 1 more double crochet into the same exact chain. So we are just repeating this all the way across. You chain 5, skip 7 chains, make a V-stitch, chain 5, skip 7 chains, make a shell, chain 5, skip 7 chains, make a V-stitch, like that all the way across, and I'll meet you back towards the end of my row. All right, now we're coming towards the end of row 1, and I've just placed a shell here, and you should be left with a total of 4 chains on your row. So you're going to skip over the next 3 chains, and into the final chain you're going to place a double crochet. Just like that. That marks the end of row 1. You should have started with a shell and then ended with a shell, and then within the middle you kept alternating between a V-stitch and a shell, a V-stitch and a shell, like that all the way across. So we're going on to row 2. For row 2, you're going to start off with making a chain of 3, which counts as a double crochet. Turn your work into the chain 1 space of the first shell. You're going to place a shell. And remember, a shell is 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 more double crochets. And then you're going to make a chain of 3, and now into the V-stitch, the next V-stitch, which is this one, we're going to make a total of 5 groups of 2 treble crochets together, separated by chain 3 spaces, as you'll see later on. So after a chain of 3, you're going to yarn over twice, and then insert your hook into the V-stitch. Insert your hook, pull up a loop. You'll have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 2 loops left on your hook. Yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same space, pull up a loop. You'll have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 3 loops left on your hook, and yarn over, pull through all. That's a 2 treble crochet together stitch. Then you're going to make a chain of 3, and we're going to repeat that stitch, 2 treble crochets together. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and now you'll have 3 loops left on your hook, yarn over, pull through all. So that's the second group. Remember, I told you we have to have a total of 5 groups of 2 treble crochet together stitches. So chain 3, 2 treble crochets together, and by now you should have known how to do the stitch. Chain 3, 2 treble crochets together into the same space. So far we have a total of 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we want a total of 5. So make a chain of 3 and make your last group, your last 2 treble crochet together stitch. Just like that. And then from here, you're going to make a chain of 3, and then you're going to place a shell into the chain 1 space of the next shell. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 more double crochets into the same chain 1 space. Chain 3, repeat what we just did here into the next V-stitch. So 5 groups of 2 treble crochet together stitches. Separated by chain 3 spaces, of course. All right, here we are. You can see it's the same exact thing that we have here. And then from here, you're going to make a chain of 3 and place a shell into the chain 1 space of the next shell. So we're going to repeat this all the way across. Chain 3, make this process into the V-stitch. Chain 3, make a shell into the chain 1 space of the next shell. And you're going to repeat that until you place a shell into the very last chain 1 space of the last shell of the row. and I'll meet you back at that point. All right, so we're coming to the end of the row, which is row 2, and I'm going to make a chain of 3 and place a shell into the chain 1 space of the last shell of the previous row. So 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 more double crochets. So just like that, we are going to double crochet after skipping the 2 stitches. So after the 2 double crochets there, you're going to go into that chain and place a double crochet. That marks the end of row 2, and this is what you should have. So we're going on to row 3. We start the same exact way that row 2 started. So make a chain of 3 and turn your work. Now you're going to go into the chain 1 space of the very first shell with a shell, and then you're going to make a chain of 3, skip over the next chain 3 space, and go into the next chain 3 space in between the 2 treble crochet together stitch, and you're going to place a single crochet there. Then you're going to make a chain of 5, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 5, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. So that should give us a total of 3 loops. This is a chain 3 space, sorry, and now we have 3 chain 5 loops. From here you're going to make a chain of 3 and then place a shell into the next shell. So we are placing a shell into the chain 1 space of the next shell, which is 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 more double crochets. And that's all that we're going to do for row 3. You can see what this looks like. We have started creating that pineapple shape. So from here you make a chain of 3, skip over the next chain 3 space, and you're going to make a single crochet into the next chain 3 space, and then chain 5 and single crochet into the next chain 3 loop or chain 3 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 3 space. From here you're going to make a chain of 3 and place a shell into the next shell. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 more double crochets. So this is what you'll have. You're going to repeat this all the way across, and I'll meet you back towards the end of the row. So I'm coming to the end of row 3, and I've chained 3 after the chain 5 loops. I've made a chain of 3 and I'm placing a shell into the last chain 1 space of the last shell. So a shell into the shell. All right, after placing your shell, you're going to place 1 double crochet on top of the chain 3 at the end of the previous row. That marks the end of row 3. This is what you should have. We're going on to row 4. And for row 4, you're going to start with a chain of 3, turn your work. You're going to place a shell into the very first shell, of course in the chain 1 space of the previous shell. From the row below. So this is a shell. You're going to make a chain of 5, and you're going to skip over the chain 3 space and go into the chain 5 loop with a single crochet. Chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 5 loop. Chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 5 loop. And then you're going to make a chain of 5 and place a shell into the next shell. So 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 more double crochets. So that's a shell into the shell, chain 5, skip over the chain 3 space and go into the chain 5 loop with a single crochet. Chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 5 loop. Chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 5 loop. And then you're going to make a chain of 5 and place a shell into the next shell. Just like that. So you're going to repeat that all the way across your row, and I'll meet you back after placing the last shell into the last shell here. You're going to just go across doing the same exact thing. Alright, so I've placed a shell into the last shell of the previous row, and I'm placing 1 double crochet on top of the chain 3 on the edge of the previous row. Just like that. So this marks the end of row 4. Row 5, you're going to start off with a chain of 3, turn your work, place a shell into the chain 1 space of the first shell, just like that. And then from here you're going to make a chain of 5, skip over the next chain 5 space and single crochet into the next chain 5 loop. Chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 5 loop, chain 5, and place a shell into the next shell, of course after skipping over the chain 5 space. So place a shell here, so this is what you should have, so you can see the shape of the pineapple. After this, you're going to make a chain of 5, skip over the chain 5 space and single crochet into the next chain 5 loop, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 5 loop, chain 5, skip over the next chain 5 space and place a shell into the next shell. So 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 more double crochets. So we're going to repeat this all the way across until the end of the row, and I'll meet you back towards the end of the row. So I've just placed a shell into the last shell of the previous row, and I'm going to place 1 double crochet on top of the chain 3 on the edge of the previous row. So that marks the end of row 5. We're going on to row 6, and row 6 is going to resemble row 2. So basically we are repeating rows 2 to 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 again and again, and you'll see your pineapples forming. So I'll be leaving timestamps for you to follow along easily, but from now on, after row 5, you're just going to repeat rows 2 to 5 again and again until you get the length of the bottom band of the top that you want. Let me keep working my stitch until I get the length that I want, and I'll be back to show you what mine looks like. Alright guys, I ended up doing a total of 9 rows, and this gave me a total of 2 pineapples, as you can see here. 9 rows. And the fact that the skirt that I intend to match it with is already high-waisted, I didn't want to make this any longer than this because I want a space in between the skirt and the top. So once you're done with your very final row, you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. Now we're going to turn our work onto the top side where we have the foundation chain of the bottom band, and we're going to make a chain of 50. So start with a slip knot and make your chain of 50. All right, so after your chain of 50, you're going to attach your yarn or your chain onto the corner, into that stitch on the edge of the piece, and this is the right side of the work, and you're going to place a single crochet there. Now you're going to go into the next space, which is a chain 3 space. You're going to make a total of 3 half double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and then into the chain that has the shell, you're going to place 1 half double crochet. Into the chain 7 space, you're going to place a total of 7 half double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then into the chain that has the V-stitch, you're going to place 1 half double crochet. Into the chain 7 space, you're going to place a total of 7 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then into the chain that has the shell, you're going to place 1 half double crochet. So we are just trying to clean up the top edge of our bottom band, because this is how the pineapples are going to look like. They're going to be facing downwards. So you're going to go all the way across, repeating what we've just done here, all the way across until the end of the row, and I'll meet you back at this point. Alright, so we're coming to the end of our band, and I've just placed a half double crochet in this chain that has a shell here, and then into the last space you're going to go ahead and place a total of 3 half double crochets, and then single crochet into the same exact space, just like that. And then you're going to make the same exact number of chains that you have on the opposite side. So I had a total of 50 chains on the other side. I'm going to just go and make sure I have a total of 50 chains on this side as well. So after your 50 chains, or whatever number of chains that you had on the opposite side, you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. And then you can cut off the excess. Alright, so this is what the bottom band of your top should look like. Alright, now that we have our bottom band, we're going to locate the exact middle of the bottom band. For me, mine is here at this shell, that line. And we're going to reintroduce our backups that are supposed to attach onto the bottom band. So remember that tail that we left behind, we're going to use it to attach our backups onto the bottom band. So you're going to get your darning needle, and we're going to start with this side. I have a total of 30 stitches, 30 single crochets along the base of the backup. So I'm going to start from the center stitch where the stitch marker is, and I'm going to attach 2 times into the first stitch of the backup, and then I'm going to go ahead and start attaching the next stitch to the next stitch of the backup, the next stitch of the bottom band to the next stitch of the backup, all the way towards the side. This is attaching our very first backup. So you see how it's very easy to attach when you have stitches, clean stitches at the base of the backup. You just go stitch to stitch, as opposed to having just spaces or half double crochet spaces. Alright, so we are through with attaching our bottom band onto the very first bra cup. I'll leave the tail there for weaving in, and I'm going to count this number of stitches. Remember, I mentioned that I have a total of 30 stitches at the base of the bra cup, so I'm going to count 30, starting with the stitch marker. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 and 30. So you're going to mark that stitch. The reason why we are doing this is because our second tail is on the outside, this outer edge of the bra cup. So we're going to attach it into the very first stitch on this side, just like that. And as I had mentioned, the first stitch is attached twice just to secure the attaching, and then you're going to go into every stitch all the way across, attaching one stitch of the bottom band onto one stitch of the bra cup. So the final stitch into the stitch with a stitch marker, and I'm going to do it twice, and then at this point I can remove my stitch marker and push my tail onto the back side so that I can weave it in. So you're going to just weave in this tail. Just go in and out of a few stitches so that you secure this tail. After that, you're going to cut this yarn. You're going to go ahead and also weave in the tail on the opposite bra cup. Make sure you're weaving in on the wrong side of your work. So just like that, our bra cups are attached onto the bottom band of our top, and this is what our work looks like. Now we're going to go ahead and create straps for our top, and to do that I'm going to use an approach that I have taught before, because I want my straps to be a little bit thick as compared to just a simple chain. So you're going to attach your yarn into the middle chain of the middle stitch of the 3 stitches that you placed in the chain 2 space. So you're going to attach your yarn there, and you're going to make a chain of 3, which counts as a double crochet. Go back into the same exact space with a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in the space between the 2 double crochets from the previous row, chain 3, double crochet into the space between the 2 stitches from the previous row. So you're going to do that until you have about 30 segments of this strap. So far we have 1 2 3 4 So I want a total of 30 segments, and then I'll be back to show you what to do next. Alright, so I have made 30 segments for my strap, and I'm going to go back on that strap to make it even a little bit thicker. So I'm going to make a chain of 3 and go into that space, that same space of the first segment, and place a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet into the next segment, just like that. So we're going to go all the way down doing this, chain 3 and single crochet into the next segment. Repeat that until you get back to the bra cup. So you can see how thick the straps are and how detailed they look, as opposed to just a simple chain. Alright, so we've made it back to the bra cup. I am going to make a chain of 3 and place a single crochet into the last segment, just like that, and then make a chain of 3 and slip stitch into that stitch where the very first chain 3 of the strap comes from. I'm going to slip stitch, make a chain of 1 and cut my yarn. Now I'm going to turn my work, I'm going to pull through and turn my work to the back side of the strap, and I'm going to just make a double knot using the tail at the beginning of the strap and the one at the end of the strap. Just make a double or a triple knot and cut off the excess yarn. And this is what our strap is going to look like. You can see how detailed it is. We're going to repeat the same exact process on the opposite side, or on the second bra cup. Alright guys, we are through with both straps, and this is what they look like. Very beautiful and thick. And these are the ones that are going to tie behind the neck, just like this, behind your neck. And then you're going to go ahead and weave in all your ends in case you have any. And then when you turn your work onto the back side, these are the straps that are going to tie at the back of the top, just like this. So just like that, our pineapple bralette is finished. Let's see the final look of this top. And that marks the end of this tutorial, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to check out the matching skirt of this top on my channel as well. And don't forget to also check out the written pattern on all my online shops. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.